class. People like me should have people to do the thinking for me.
Come on, Jimmy, you know you're supposed to bring
Been waiting for this. Did you ever make it with one of the townie girls? With the proper neck lock.
There we go. Hello, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
Why am I so attracted to men?
Okay, yes, you can, everyone hears me good now? Okay, yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Does my breath stink?
Have you ever done any morning streams? Technically, yes, when I do them really, really late at night. If you're talking about when it's like, you know, morning by like, you know, I'm assuming you mean like 7 a.m. to like 11 a.m. around that time. I've done them a few times in the past. Not rare, but I've done them. Next story game you should play is Need for Speed Most Wanted. Thank you for the super chat, Mad Attack. We're gonna be doing Manhunt 2 next because that's what people voted on, but I will consider it. It has like cutscenes, it's like an actual story also, right? And that's a new thing, though. I see that you can now like super chats. Okay, that's cool. It's a new feature, I guess. Okay, let me get back to the dorm then here. Probably put on a new outfit. Been running around the same outfit for the past few streams. Hey, Eddie. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, there was an option to like a super chat. 8 people liked it, or 18 people liked the super chat right now. That's kind of cool. That's a new feature. Thank you, Eddie, for the super chat. Thank you, Blinded Eagle. If you met my 11-year-old self, you'd understand why it feels like I'd be better off dead if it wasn't for family. Like when life is hopeless and you want to be happy again. I remember what I did at my old school. I have sleepless nights. I'm sorry that you went through that stuff, Blinded Eagle. Yeah, there were some times at school I had some really bad, memories, but once school is, once you graduate school, you don't really have to think about those things anymore. Yeah, that bully video that I uploaded, it just reminded, some good things, some bad things the game reminded me of, but it was, I know people did want to hear it too, but thank you, Blinded Eagle, for the super chat, and we can also hang out this weekend too. We could probably play, Red Dead, DMZ, or GTA. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. You also need to play Need for Speed Underground 2, Carbon, and After Most Wanted, and Pro Street. Also, did you know you could heart supers? Oh, that's a new option too. I didn't. Yeah, you can heart super chats too. Okay, I didn't realize that. Did I know the original founding fathers? Thank you, Ant. I do know a bit about their history. What do you want to know about them specifically? Thank you, Ant, for the super chat. Nightmare of the Consumer, will you consider it? Yes, I actually will make a video playing Nightmare of the Consumer. But I want to make that... There's going to be a video coming out this month. It's going to be like a real-life video. And, that real-life video is going to be, it's going to be me, talking about, like, retail and just the things I went through in retail, too. Gary lore video in the future. Love the bully lore. Thank you, Greatest Within. Yeah, I could do that, but the thing about Gary, I don't know if I'll do a video specifically on Gary. I might do a video instead talking about the moral lesson in Bully, and Gary would be a huge part of it. Hey Pro, are you gonna watch the new movie Cleaver? I heard Christopher Moltisanti and JT Dolan are involved. Oh, man, that movie that they made, yeah, that in The Sopranos, I remember that too. That was cringe. Thank you, Mr. Nowhere, and thank you, Mad Attack. Need for Speed Most Wanted 05 is the Saints Row 2 of the Need for Speed. I will definitely look into it. What is it, but Blinded Eagle, you okay though, man? Also, are you guys enjoying my Ace Attorney playthrough? I'm gonna try to upload another part late tonight. But I know the parts are kind of long, but I always do them in between the to be continued thing. The story is really good, though. I really recommend everyone to check out the game, because the stories are really good in those games. Sad there's no Spider-Man down in the poll, but I'm down for Manhunt 2, even if it's gonna cause me to turn away anyways. I probably won't be around for long. Is everything okay, though, Blinded Eagle? Thank you for the, thank you for sponsoring my channel for 9 months. I will do Spider-Man on the channel, I promise you that. But I just don't have a costume for that at the moment. That's, I just didn't have a costume for Spider-Man of Spider-Man. But all those other games, I had a costume for them, so that's why I put those games in the poll specifically. Okay, I should probably change this outfit in the meantime. Yeah, I have the free sodas ability. I already have that. Thank you, JP. Thank you, man, also. Well, don't think like that, Blinded Eagle. I can talk to you after the stream if you want. This is the most ridiculous thing that I'm wearing right now, here. I really can't go on much right now, but thanks anyway. Maybe this weekend, before I go to work in the evening. Okay, whenever you want to talk, just let me know. Yeah, I look so ridiculous right now. Like, look at this. Okay. I remember that one of the things is I need to have 1,000 projectile hits. That's what I need to have for the, hey Pro, what stupid, policies do you wish the US government would get rid of? Also, I've now seen every 79 episode of Password Plus onto 80 now. I think that when it comes to history stuff on that show, I think I'd be pretty good at it, like, trying to guess as the historical people on there. Saints Row 2 probably. Kane and Lynch 2, I actually talked to a few people about Kane and Lynch 2. We're gonna be doing Kane and Lynch 2. We're gonna be doing that also. The multiplayer video. Would I consider playing Metal Gear Solid cosplay? Maybe one day. Yeah, I could look into doing that. Projectiles fired. Projectile hits. Does this count as a projectile? Check if this counts as a projectile. Thank you, Luke.
Hi.
Oh, everyone's gonna be... Now it's gonna be... Oh, no. No, no.
kind of familiar.
Wonder if that counted as a projectile hit. Let me see here. I need 1,000 projectile hits, right? That's what I need for the yeah, it did count as a projectile hit. Okay. And to answer your question, Mario, what policies would I get rid of? Do I wish the U.S. government would get rid of? Well, I would say for example, like, I would say that, for example, like, this, I don't know if this is really necessarily a policy, but it's an organization that causes a lot of policies. I would say that if the US had abolished the CIA, that probably would make a lot of countries happy, because a lot of countries just hate the CIA because of this. The CIA has meddled in so many countries and caused so many coups in the past, and the CIA supported some really bad dictators in the past, and so that's like, if the US actually abolished that agency, I think that would probably make a lot of countries happier, but that's probably not gonna happen.
Are those pants part of a clown suit?
Can't open this right now.
I always get
Oh great, out there after me. I started replaying Bully on 2 different save files. I love the Halloween mission, but I got really bored of the Christmas missions. I wish that we saw Winter more. It sucks Winter's only just for 1 chapter. But thank you, Mr. Waifu. Far Cry playthrough at some point. Far Cry 3 is my favorite. Thank you, Matt Attack. I'm gonna do a playthrough of, I'm gonna do a playthrough of Far Cry 2 on the channel one day. I just don't know when, but I'll do it. More Bannerlord streams in the future. I might play Bannerlord more, but Bannerlord is a very time-consuming game. So I might give it a go one day on a stream. The Skyrim Special Edition modded question. Which cheat weapon mod would be more imbalanced? A cheat room menu or modern firearms? I would say that,
Hey, that almost...
I don't know what cheat room menu is, but the thing about that is you can, if you level up your magicka, like, all the way, and you get some, like, really crazy destruction spells, like, you could do way more damage than, like, having firearms in Skyrim. Thank you, Lendon. Also in the spring, I'm gonna work on something with Pro in the spring or summertime for my channel. I won't talk much, but I'll reveal it when I'm ready. Okay, yeah. And just message me what day you want specifically to work on that Blinded Eagle, and we can try to, we can coordinate a day, and I can help you out with that project. Let me know what day you want to do it. I guess maybe the staff weapons. I never used the staff weapons. I've just used destruction magic. That's all I've used, honestly. Oh no! Great.
Why are you wearing those pants?
Okay.
Why would Mr.
I need 1,000 projectile hits, right? Oh, great. Oh, is that algae right there? Yep. Yeah, he definitely deserves that. Okay. Oh, crap.
I love to study in the library.
Let me see here. My stats here. Projectile hits 961.
Bullies.
I don't want to piss off the other gangs in the school, so I think I'm gonna just go into town and start slingshotting everyone I see in town. But then the cops are probably gonna go after me. Also, please play Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, my favorite, and Halo 4 through the Master Chief Collection. I could play those games one day, but honestly, I don't know much about the lore, Mr. Waifu. I did like the Halo games, always playing them at a friend's house, but I'll tell you this, whenever I did play the Halo games, my favorite thing about it was the vehicles, just like using all the different vehicles.
Silly kid, today's not Halloween.
Oh no. Oh yeah, pissing everyone off in town. Okay. Oh, no, no. Oh, God. Okay. Go, go, go. Ooh, okay, almost got all those projectile hits. I need 1,000. I need 24 more projectile hits. Do I get anything for getting 1,000 projectile hits? Okay, this has gotta be it. Okay. Yeah, you can knock out adults, but it's... Can you knock out cops? Oh, you can. I think I... Okay, we unlocked the green ninja outfit. Okay.
Welcome. For your information, shoplifters will be prosecuted.
I love how Jimmy throwing water balloons at adults, running over kids while biking, and encountering prefects is just as bad as murder. Well, the cops have always been psychos in Rockstar Games. Yeah, I gotta still lockpick the lockers. That gameplay that I recorded for Bully, for the Bully lore video where I was talking about, like, those crazy kids that I went to school with, I actually, had, when I was picking one of the lockers, I got, like, a mask from it. $93.32%. We're almost at 100.
This place is crazy.
Thank you, Random Fist. Thank you, man, for the super chat, too. Make sure to save our game right here because the class is about to start, too. Do I think therapists help with mental health disorders? Yeah, a good therapist will. Somebody you can talk to. It's, what do I got? Shop. Oh, shop class. What town is Bully based on? I think that Bully is based on a, I think Bully is, like, in Vermont or New Hampshire. It's like a, like a northern New England town. Oh yeah, Def Jam, Fight for New York, I'll play those games, yes.
Alright, kids, I'm in a crap mood today, so just shut up and get to work. That ain't right. Do it again.
Damn.
Well, you screwed up there,
What?
son. Try again. All right, you're getting somewhere now. Not too shabby, Hopkins. You better try that again, son. What part of
Great. Try that again. Yeah, that is a Diablo Stallion. It's an Easter egg to the GTA games.
Yes. May I help you?
What games do you play but didn't record and upload?
Hey, dude!
I play a lot of DMZ, on Modern Warfare 2. That I didn't, sometimes I record that for Crazy Current Events. Mountain Blade Bannerlord, that's a game I play a lot too. I never really recorded it. I was playing, Skull and Bones today. I was trying that beta out.
All right, kids.
Thank you,
I'm in a crap
Giselle.
mood today, so just shut up and get to work.
Yeah, I don't like this class.
Maybe you're just not cut out for this. Start over. Good work, Hopkins. I guess you're not useless. Shutting up and working? It works. You're showing promise, Hopkins.
There we go. Okay, completed shop 2. Ooh. Yeah, I figured that was it. Basically, from what I've read in your comments, you guys have told me that when this button appears, like, to move the stick, you have to do it instantly, like, right away. You still have classes, a few I gotta finish here. Oh, is that what I was supposed to find too? That? No, no, no. Bully definitely deserves a sequel, Blinded Eagle. I agree 100%. Do I not have a class right now? By the way, I looked up the 100% completion guide on this game, and I need to get like play some soccer game. Does anybody know where that is? The soccer game, the ball that I have to like kick. It's not the one that I have to keep up, not the keep ups one, the other one I think. It's do I have to do the basketball mini game? Do I have to do that one? Fireworks? Okay. Getting better at this. The gym, okay. Take one more locker here then. Why am I not having a class come up right now? I'm assuming the textbook you can use as a weapon? Yeah, probably, because it's heavy. In front of the swimming pool, okay. No, I've seen somebody play the Batman games, but I've never played them before. Is there like a mini game I'm supposed to play here? Why don't I live stream new games? I do. There's just nothing new right now for me to play. I mean, I could live stream The Great Ace Attorney, I mean Ace, Apollo Ace Attorney, but I'd rather do a playthrough of that one. Pat, you there? Wait, where?
What happened to your pants?
Worst hat I ever saw.
You should take that
And beat up a little kid to see what happens? I mean, it's kind of cruel. I guess I could try it in the game, but it's...
Jimmy was a fool. That is why.
Oh, penalty shots. Here we go.
I hate you.
Try to kick the kid with the ball until he's knocked out. That's not how penalty shots work. But okay.
Hit me with your best shot. You shoot worse than my mom. Nina, Nina, you suck.
Oh, that hurts so much.
That it?
And done.
That was easy. It was like...
Nobody likes you. Genuinely awful. No, 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 no. That was pathetic, Jimmy. You think you're so tough, but you're really mean. You'll never hit me. You totally suck, Jimmy. You'll never hit me. You
What?
should have tried to headbutt me. You'll never hit me. Oh! You'll never hit me.
If only you could play basketball and bully like in San Andreas. You know, I really sucked at the basketball back in San Andreas. I did. I was terrible at it.
Genuinely
Thank you, Mr. Waifu. In Bulworth, that's penalty shots. Yes. What's the max bet we can make on this? 20?
You'll
Okay.
never hit me. You'll never hit me. You'll never hit me. Oh, that really hurt. You'll never hit me. You'll never hit me. Why'd you have to shoot so hard? You'll never hit me. You're the worst I ever saw. You'll never hit me.
Oh, come on. That...
Suck, Jimmy. You'll never hit me. You'll never hit me.
There we go.
Oh, that hurts so much.
That's an easy way to make money. They just...
Jimmy comes through again.
Any chance of a heavy rain playthrough in the future? Thank you, Not Turbo. And thank you, Greatest Within and Mr. Waifu. Heavy Rain, I've actually platinumed that game. I have the platinum trophy for it. I could definitely do a playthrough of that. And since I like police games a lot, I could definitely do that too, yeah. I like investigation games too. I think the only thing I have left to finish are classes, right? I don't think there's anything else left for me to finish to get 100%. I just have to finish classes, right? That's all, right?
Hey, that almost...
Thank you, Not Turbo. And thank you, Tricky Mario. There's one episode from 1979 that appears to be missing. Number 220 aired on November 8th, 1979. Luckily, at the end, luckily that was it. I should point out that a lot of the game shows were erased after airing in the old days. Oh. I'm sure that if you look online, there's somebody that probably taped it. People have always been taping things online, and... or taping things, even in the past before there was internet, and, keeping the tapes. Thank you, Mario, and,
What's up?
any notable retail stories about the shoplifter? Any notable retail stories about the shoplifter? Are you talking about... what are you talking about, General's Alert? Are you talking about a specific instance of shoplifting that I talked about in the past? Or are you just talking about just shoplifting stories in general? You don't have to super chat me again. If you could comment, clarifying what you mean, I'll try to find your comment. What's DBH? Blinded Eagle?
That is go.
Oh, I should probably get, make Jimmy go to sleep right now, yep. We're close to 100%, we're not yet there. Worst, rudest customer I had in, retail. I can tell you about, yes, I'll start off the rude customer story really quick first. I can tell you there were so many rude customers that I've dealt with in the past, but I can tell you about the most psycho customer I've dealt with. I can tell you that one. There was this, I remember it was like 9 p.m., the store closed at 10 p.m. And so this guy comes into the store, and what the guy does is he buys a pack of gum, just a single pack of gum, and what he's doing is he's trying to get change, cash back. And there's a laundromat that's in the, that's around the shopping plaza where I worked. Because a retail store is in a shopping plaza. And so, he basically wants, 2 10s. And then what ends up happening is, he comes back, like, maybe like 15 minutes later, second time, and he says that the laundromat does not take, you know, singles. And basically, he wanted me to give him some coins. He wanted me to give him some coins. He was giving me a few dollars and wanted me to basically give it to him in coins. I give it to him in coins. Then the guy comes back, like, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes later again after that, but this time when he comes back the third time, the guy just comes in the store, immediately starts screaming at the top of his lungs, just yelling at me. And I don't even understand what was going on. I don't understand why he was pissed off. I don't know what was happening. I was just confused, puzzled. And basically what he was doing is he was accusing me of prank calling him. Because what happened is in the store, we had a store card program, and if you actually did not have your store card with you, you could use your phone number. And so, you know, he used his phone number for the store card, and he accused me of prank calling him. He said somebody was prank calling him, and he accused me of doing it. And I told him I didn't do it. It's like I'm here at the register, there's a camera above my head. I'm standing still here the entire time, and I have constant customers. Why would I do that in the first place? I don't have time, and the other thing is that's idiotic. I wouldn't do that in the first place. And he basically just points to me and says, I better not find out that you did it. And what ends up happening is, after the store closes at 10 p.m., he actually was outside in the parking lot, and he confronted me at my car. And he basically just started saying, he said, I better not find out you did it. Now, at that point, what happened was my supervisor's, her husband actually stepped in, because she was actually parked right next to me. And my supervisor actually told her about what the guy did beforehand. We just weren't expecting the guy to be at the car, but I told her that the guy was, that the guy basically came in and yelling at me. And what ends up, her husband is, you know, this really big guy from Sweden, and he just got in the guy's face, and I don't know what happened at that point after he got in the guy's face, but he told me, he's like, Patrick, just get in your car and go home. That's just what he said to me. And so the Swedish guy got in the guy's face, the crazy customer's face, and just told me, go home. And I went home, and I don't know what ended up happening. I don't know. I don't think there was a fight or anything, because I probably would have heard about it afterwards. But that was, you know, a bit ridiculous with that guy. Have I completed all errands? Let me check, actually. It's a good point. And about shoplifting. You were asking me about shoplifting instances. I've seen shoplifters before. Let me see jobs. Let's where is it? Bike races, boxing, photography, tagging, lockers. No. What is it under? Well, the reason I'm saying he's a big Swedish guy is because her husband was from Sweden, and I remember him. He was a really big guy and had a pretty thick Swedish accent. I don't even remember his name. That's the only thing I remember him by. I remember that he was just from Sweden. But let me see here. What is the errands under? Objects, bikes, no, races, shop, ranks, oh, they're under games? Okay. Errands. Errands succeeded. It says 41. How many errands do I need for 100%? Does anybody know how many errands I need for 100%? What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna ride around on my bike then and try to find the people. Or actually, the scooter will probably be even better than that. Did I ever play soccer? Played it at gym, but other than that, not really. I do remember one errand. There is one errand that I never finished. And the one errand I never finished, it was in the rich kid's neighborhood. It was the old lady that wanted me to walk her. That was the one I never finished because you know what actually happened? I got jumped by the police. I was walking the old lady home at night, and the police actually jumped me and arrested me. It was because I was out at curfew. So literally, I was walking an old lady home, and the police they jumped me in this game. It was okay, let's see here. What even is Heavy Rain? Heavy Rain is an investigation, kind of like choice-based game. Basically, the premise of the game is that you play as 4 characters. You play as an FBI agent. You play as a dad who has his son kidnapped by a serial killer. You play as a private detective hired by the families of the victims of the serial killer. And then you play as a reporter investigating the serial killer story. And there's multiple endings to the game. The game ends multiple ways. Also, the characters can all die in it. The thing is, this is Russell's house right here. I didn't even know that Russell was a rich kid. But the rich kids don't like him, but he is a rich kid apparently, too. Okay. Yes, I believe this is the complete edition, I think this is what it is. It's the PC version, the Steam version. What happened on the stream so far? Did the projectile hits, completed a few classes. Okay. Math. Here we go. Let's do math then. Russell probably fought for that mansion knowing Rockstar, yep. By the way, guys, I got a question for you. The errands. Are there certain errands that only appear after you complete certain errands? So, like, do all 50 errands appear at once? Or are there, like, certain errands that only appear once you complete a specific amount of them? Like, are there, like, later errands, or are they just all on the map at once? Because if so, I can probably figure out which ones I need then, if I've already completed 41. Specific ones, yes. Okay.
All right, let's get this over with, children.
Russell, thank you, Mr. Waifu. Russell has a lot of lore through the comics and beta. I should read the comics. 13, 21, 20, 23, which is lowest, shortest, Ow, how did I get that wrong? Oh, damn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 3. Okay, 8. Plus what of? That's gonna be 14. So what's 6? 8. Which is fastest?
You can do better than that.
Highest. 55 equals.
Pay attention.
Ah, damn. Biggest. Bridge. Fastest. 1.25 equals. Slowest.
Wrong.
What? 12 plus 16. 18. Ah, damn. I'm gonna try that again, guys. I messed that up. What type of music are you interested into? Just curious. Thank you, El Brolo. I am into pretty much anything. I'll watch really any kind of music. Does anyone know which is the last errands that appear? Like the last errands. Does anyone know where they appear on the map? Like, cause I have only 9 errands left. I sucked at the basketball in San Andreas.
All right, let's.
I might do a Skull and Bones beta stream. I might do that. .23, lowest. Shortest. 2 equals.
Pathetic.
Ah. Fastest.
Wrong.
Damn. Just,
Wrong. Wrong.
I was a bit confused in that slowest question. 12, 18, minus 11, 7. That one.
Wrong.
Ah, the triangle one always gets me.
Wrong.
Oh, the pyramid doesn't move, right? How could I be so stupid? I was looking at the bacteria, thinking that it was the bacteria, and it was, That's a trick question. It's a trick question. It's the bacteria. It's not. It's the pyramid because the pyramid doesn't move. It's a trick question. Next playthrough, Manhunt 2.
All right, let's get this over with, children.
Can send you the comic. Hard to get them physical, though. Oh, okay, Greatest Within. This is like... What kind of math class is this? 21, plus 23. Lowest, Shortest of doghouse, 2 equals,
Wrong.
highest, plus 16, 18 minus 7. 0.14 equals.
Wrong.
Ah, damn.
Wrong.
Oh, I hate when he says wrong like that. What? I failed? You've got to be kidding me. I was... How did I fail that? I feel stupid now. What Ace Attorney witness is the dumbest that you had to deal with? The stupidest Ace Attorney witness. The stupidest Ace Attorney witness is that woman in Edgeworth's trial. The one who takes the photos, where basically she admits that the only reason she was testifying was because she thought that it would be cool to be a witness in a murder trial. That one. What's her name? The woman in the Edgeworth trial, the one where Edgeworth is like accused of murder on the boat, and it's like the woman that like she's just so annoying with the camera. He's probably the most annoying witness, too, I would say. Thank you, Shark, for the super chat.
Wrong.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Wrong.
Ah, damn.
Wrong.
That triangle one,
Wrong.
I'm just losing my track of thought because I'm trying to rush through this. It's the thing is, if I just sat down and I just like looked at it just for a second here. Yeah. The thing is, if I took my time, I would get 100% of them right. But it's just like you gotta do it in like a minute and a little bit, and it's just you're rushing through it, and that's. A lot of heart. That's her. Yeah. So I'm assuming, so a lot of you guys know the Ace Attorney game, so you guys are enjoying my Apollo playthrough then. The second triangle question, what is the answer? The first one is 4. What's the second one? The thing about this is I hate classes that rush you like this. Like, it's just... Like, even if I just had, like, you know, 3 minutes, I could get them all right 100%, no problem. It's just, like, trying to rush through the whole thing. It's 7 triangles, okay.
All right, let's get this over with, children.
The shoplifting story, right. I'll answer just 1 second. Lowest, 4, 5.
Wrong.
7. I'm just losing my track of thought here. Fastest. Okay.
That's enough.
There we go.
Good work.
Got it. Oh. I don't need to write them down. I would remember them all, but...
Excellent work. Well, Jimmy, I don't know how you did it, but you passed my class. Congratulations.
You know, that's a really scummy teacher. I don't know how you did it, but...
Oh, yeah! I think we can...
You know, I'll tell you guys something. I had a, about that. When I was taking criminal law, in college, I had this, I always looked up what the teachers were, because I would always use Rate My Professors, which I would recommend everyone does. If you go to college and you have a choice of teachers, use Rate My Professors, because Rate My Professors, it's accurate, it works. Because it's like what the reviews people put on there, it's true. It's every single time I've chosen a good professor on there, they were always a good professor when I've read the reviews. But anyways, I chose this one professor that had really good reviews. There was another professor that didn't have good reviews. And the professor that had the really bad reviews, do you know what happened? The first day of class, when he was talking to the class, he said to the class, "I'm not your friend. Don't think of me as your friend. I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to fail you guys as much as possible." That's really what he said. And what happened is, half the classes walked out like that. Like, when he said that, like, half that class walked out. I heard about that happening. And for people that say, oh, he's trying to motivate you, no, that is not how you motivate your students. You motivate your students by, you push them to do better. You tell them, you can do this, you know, I believe in you. You work hard, you get there, but you don't tell your students, I'm gonna try to fail you and I'm not your friend. That's not how you talk to students. And that was like, that's just a really stupid thing for that teacher to say. I know classes are supposed to be difficult, but, you know, you're not supposed to tell your students, I'm gonna try to fail you. That's not like a, that's not, you don't get a good feeling when going to that class. That's just what I say about it. The thing is, that I wouldn't even call that teacher a drill instructor teacher, because drill instructors are strict, but they want you to succeed. They want you to do good. They don't purposely tell you that they're gonna try to fail you. I mean, I guess they might, but it's a bit different. It's that drill instructors are there to build you up, and you're in the military. It's like, it's made to toughen you out. It's like in a class when it's a learning environment, is you're not supposed to get completely demoralized by your teacher. But let me see here. Also the retail story theft. Let me tell you. CBS were the first to stop wiping in '72, hence why the price is right. And Match Game are fully intact, followed by ABC in '78 and NBC in '80. It also varied depending on the production company. Yeah, there are a lot of those old shows that are not aired anymore. There is one show I'm trying to remember. There's one show that I watched. Oh yeah, you know one show that I kind of liked. It was kind of like a, I don't know if it was really a game show, but when I was a kid, there was a show called Deadliest Warrior that I kind of liked, and that show just got canceled. It never got finished. But what they would basically do is like they would take like historical like warriors that never fought and actually put them in like a battle together to see like which warrior was actually tougher. It was pretty popular when I was a kid, and it was a show that got kids interested in history too. When you get to 99% completion, even after doing everything on the game, try doing more errands, and the 100% completion should work. Okay, Dylan. We're at 94% right now, okay. So about the retail story theft, I'm sorry, I was still thinking about generals. I've seen a few times, I've seen people actually put stuff in their pants when they're basically walking out, and I made no attempt to stop them or say anything because it's just not worth it. It's like they're probably a drug addict. You know, a lot of these shoplifters have like massive issues, and they're, a lot of them are addicted to drugs, and it's like what you're gonna confront them and what for minimum wage. It's just not worth it. A company can use that as a write-off. It's not worth it. What I will say though is one time I saw a meth dealer actually stealing from the store, and if you want to know how I knew he was a meth dealer, it's because this happened really early in the morning once. This was like around 7 a.m. And the thing about this is, if something like this happens, it's usually going to happen really late at night when nobody's at the store, or it's going to happen really early in the morning. That's when it's going to happen. When the store just opens. And I remember there was a lady that worked in the cosmetic department in my store, and she just starts screaming, get the police, get the police. And I was like half asleep because I didn't sleep well that night. I hated 7 o'clock in the morning shifts. And I immediately woke up and what? What's going on? And I was at the register at the time. And I just see like this guy that's like running towards the front door, and the guy has like a big black garbage bag, and there's a bunch of stuff in it. And the cosmetic lady is just chasing him. And he gets into it with a tug of war of him right in the door room. So like that room that like leads into the store, like that door room with like the scanners. Like she basically just grabbed the bag from one side, and he was pulling it on the other side, and basically just had a tug of war in the in that door room. And he let go eventually. After like a minute, he let go, and then he just ran away in the parking lot. And basically, what was inside the bag was a ton of cold medicine. It was like the Sudafed stuff, all that stuff. And that stuff, I know that you're only allowed to buy a certain amount of that in a day, and it's because they use that to make meth. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, there's no point in getting hurt for minimum wage. I was a security guard, told we can't do nothing though. Well, then what's the point of having security guards though? It's like if security guards aren't able to do anything, what's the point of having security guards? No offense though, greatest, but I'm sure you know what I mean. But thank you for the super chat. The Jake you described sounds like Butch Magnus. Butch Magnus, that's the kid that's in Boondocks, right? That kid? The thing I'll say about him is no, I would say that Jake is more similar to the other kid, because the Butch Magnus kid, his name, that kid actually had some friends, where Jake had no friends really. Jake would just attack everyone. What's the name of that kid, the psycho kid that Riley hangs out with? Jake kind of reminds me of that kid, but I guess he doesn't steal cars, but he probably did when he got to middle school. But I mean, we were in middle school, but when he got to high school, I mean. So he probably ended up stealing cars and stuff like that later on, but Jake was a psycho, so it's like Jake, like that kid, like the bigger kid. So that was, he's probably like that one. LaMilton, yes. And LaMilton I know is based on like a real kid, that's what's scary about it. I know what you mean, I quit 2 years later. Well, I mean, look on the bright side though, Greatest Within, is you didn't have to do anything then. If you didn't have to stop people from shoplifting, then you got paid just for doing nothing. So I guess that is a win. Out of all the Rockstar games, which one you like the most? Thank you, Carrie. I would say, my favorite Rockstar game of all time, probably GTA 4, yeah. GTA 4, I would say. And honestly, now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense why you're... What kind of place was this Greatest Within? This place that you worked as a security guard? Was this a store? What was this? Was this a store? What the... I can tell how similar the motorcycle is to the San Andreas one here. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't see your super chat, Dylan. When you get to 99% completion, even after doing everything else in the game, try doing more errands. And 100% should unlock. Yeah, I have a few errands that I still have to do, but I'm just trying to find them. That's the thing about them. Thank you, Shark, also. Target. Oh, it was Target? What I will say about it is, can I tell you a story I have as a security guard? Sure. Thank you for the super chat, man. But now that I think about it, I think I know the reason why the store has security guards, despite the security guards not being allowed to do anything. You want to know the reason they probably have security guards? The reason they probably have security guards is just so it looks like they're doing something. That's probably the reason for it. And it's also probably to avoid lawsuits. That's probably what, if a coworker gets hurt, that they have less of a chance of suing the store because the store could argue, oh, we had a security guard, and then throw it on the security guard, saying the security guard wasn't doing his job. That's at least what I think, probably. How often do security guards act like they have police authority? Oh, usually that's the older guys, like the guys who are like, you know, in their late 30s and, you know, early 40s. A lot of those guys, they didn't, they tried to get into law enforcement, but they probably failed. They probably messed up in the academy, and so now they basically think that they're like some cop of Rambo. That's pretty much what it is. Usually like the kids, like, you know, you have the 18, 20-year-olds that are like, you know, security guards. They're not gonna do crap like that. It's usually the older guys that are like that. Security guards are there for insurance purposes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, this is the final English class now. I still have to complete shop and art after this. Any plans for GTA Advance? Yeah. I could do that, Bang. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I missed the... Hey, I'm going to class. What's your story, Grace Within? Hey, professional, I got laid off from my retail job since the store shut down. What should my next step be? Well, are you... Let me ask you this question. Are you like, and who was asking the question? Mario was the one who was asking the question. Mario, is this like a job that you absolutely dependent on? Like, is this a job that like you need to pay the bills, or is this like a job that's like, you know, you're still living with family and it's not like, it's like a kind of like a part-time thing? Can you answer that first part of the story? I could give you some more advice moving on from that one.
I've heard reports that some of you have been helping each other on the assignments. An admirable show of teamwork.
An admirable show of teamwork. Just 1 second, Greatest Within. Let me see here. Red.
Well done.
Frag.
Good one. I'm afraid that's not English.
Raid. Oh yeah, how ironic. Raid.
Good show.
Greg.
I don't think that's in the dictionary.
Dagger. No, there need. No, it's not gonna fit. Drag.
That's right.
Ear? Oh, yep.
Keep it up.
Drag I got already. No, I don't know. Gear, that's a good one.
Good one.
Gear? Yes, that is a one.
Good one.
Rage?
Good one.
Egg? Oh, yeah.
Good one.
Dare. It's a...
Good one.
Rear. No, that's, you can't. Age, yes.
Good one.
Ragged? That's 2 G's. No, we got ear already. Read. This is hard. The final one. This is...
Good one.
We got that already. Era.
Good one.
Greg? What is that? Is that a word?
Good one.
I don't even know what that means. Rad?
Good one.
Grade, we got that earlier. Drags? Nope, there's no S. How do they expect you to do this in 3 minutes? Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, but... Dagger?
Good one.
And ragged.
Come on,
Oh,
James. Just apply
I'm saying that
yourself a
even
little harder.
I'm not the only one having a hard time. The chat is having a hard time too, because I noticed that the other ones when we did, like, the chat knew most of them, but this one, all of us were struggling with this at this point. Is that one's hard?
Dr. Crabblesnitch is busy.
Okay, hold on.
You little worm, you better run.
Can I pause during class? That's a good point.
I've heard reports that some of you have been helping each other on the assignments. An admirable show of teamwork.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. Okay, let's get those big ones out of the way first.
Good one.
And then one person said it was ragged, right?
Good one.
Okay. Era.
Good one.
Great.
Good one.
Rag?
Good one.
I don't even know what drag means. Agreed?
That has to be some
No,
sort of slang, yes?
Age.
Good one.
Ear, right?
Good one.
R, yep.
Good one.
Got R, rad, right?
Good one.
Age,
Good one.
rear, no, we don't got another R. Rage,
Good one.
and then raged.
Good one.
Nice on that one. Dare, right?
Good one.
Red,
Good one.
tagged? No, we don't have a T there. A rare? No, we don't have 2 R's. We got red earlier, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we did. I tried Greg earlier, it doesn't work. Red? No.
Good one.
Oh, we passed, okay.
Good one.
Arc? No, we don't have a C. We got ragged earlier. Egg. I don't think I put that one in yet, did I?
Good one.
I didn't. Grade I got. What could those 5-letter words be? There's like a 5-letter word still. What could that still be? No, there's edge isn't one here. We only have one E. This is hard. Thank you guys for helping me in the chat. This is hard. Agree? No, we don't have 2 E's. Tag.
Good one.
What does drag even mean? I've never heard of that word before. Dread? No, there's no, okay, we got it.
Making yourself a poet laureate, James. Well, Jimmy, I suppose you don't have to come back anymore. Unless you feel like
What does agger mean? Yeah, good question. I don't even know what agger means. What does drag and agger mean? Does anybody know in the chat what that means? I've never heard those 2 words before. Drag. Remnants of a liquid left in a container. What does agger mean?
Don't be
Nice hat, thank you.
Hey!
Agger is another word for rampart. Oh.
One time I spread a rumor that
You ready for this dumb story, professional? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to read it earlier, Greatest Within. I was just focused on the class, but I finished that. I only have shop and art left to finish. Favorite Vice City Stories moment, the Phil Collins concert. My Thursday's going good. How are you, man? Well, what I got from her is that, so I was working one day, and I got a code yellow, meaning a lost child. My target is connected to a mall, so the kid could have been anywhere. Now, I asked the woman, do you have a description of the kid? Well, you know what she told me? Usually someone would explain to me what the kid was wearing. Well, what I got from her is that he has Down syndrome, and she didn't even remember what he was wearing. I found him at a nearby store in the mall. Wow. How could, the woman, I'm assuming that was his mom? But how could the mom forget what their child was wearing that day? I had the old woman, errand to complete here, but... Yeah. I know that certain errands are only available later at night too, right?
almost late.
Ow, okay. Oh, no, it was an accident. I'm gonna check the industrial zone. Maybe there's something I missed there, like an errand. Yeah, you gotta be 18 pretty much to be a security guard. Where are these errands? I'm missing 9 errands. Where the hell are these errands? Does anybody have, like, an idea where, like, the final errands could be? Because, like, I can't find these last 9 errands I have to do. Save in blue skies and restart to make them... spawn. What do you mean, save in blue skies? Oh, is this Blue Skies? Oh, this is Blue Skies. I was confused what you meant. The industrial park is called Blue Skies. Okay. Okay, I got you, dude. Okay. Have you finished with those errands? Yep. Yeah, old SpongeBob used to be so funny. You know, the thing is, though, is I got recommended a YouTube video of SpongeBob the other day, and it was, remember that episode where it's Flats, where he's like, telling SpongeBob that he's gonna beat him up, and then, like, SpongeBob tries to call Patrick, and when he tries to call Patrick, Patrick tells SpongeBob, oh, you know, sorry, SpongeBob, I was talking to my old community college buddy named Flats. I bumped into him at the supermarket. Isn't that funny? He's like, I gotta go here. He said he's gonna go and kick somebody's butt. And it's just, Patrick says he went to community college and all that stuff. That was, Flats was at his house. That was that. Do you like kicking butts, do you? Yep. We'll teach you, old man. Yeah, old SpongeBob was great. Okay, you said I gotta, the guy who told me that I gotta save, you said that I gotta save here, right? I saved and it's not appearing, so do I have to just sleep? What's going on here? I'm gonna save once again. Hopefully they spawn now. I did. I have 41 errands completed. Bro, what are the moral lessons in the GTA games? GTA Vice City is a moral lesson about who your real friends are. GTA San Andreas, I guess, is about how basically drugs destroy the hood. GTA 4, the moral lesson in that one was is revenge really worth it? And the moral lesson in GTA 5 is if you're willing to forgive. I think that's pretty much what it is. I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different, but they ain't. It's honestly one of my favorite lines from any video game character. Thank you, Blinded Eagle. Who says that? Is this a GTA character? Bully character? Who says this? Any word on the GTA Joker interview? Honestly, I'm kind of scared about that. You know, I don't have an Instagram. The GTA Joker guy's on Instagram, right? That's where he is. I was thinking about making an Instagram and just like trying to reach out to him and being like, hey, you know, I'm a YouTuber and like, do you want to do an interview with me? And like, I was thinking about interviewing the GTA Joker guy and asking him about his lawsuit against Rockstar, what he hopes to gain from it. But honestly speaking, I feel like I would lose brain cells talking to him. That's what I feel like. But if I actually interviewed the GTA Joker, man, I can imagine that would be like the most meme thing on my channel ever. Like, that would probably be my own version of witness protection, pretty much. I can imagine how ridiculous it would be. I would just be sitting in a suit on this one side of the screen in, like, a video call, and he would just be in this, like, purple hair, just all those tattoos all over his face. It just... What shoe sneakers do I usually wear?
The principal has informed me of some drawings in the boys'
I wear a
washroom.
few,
Apparently, the sense of detail shows
honestly
real
speaking, I'll
promise.
tell you this, I don't really like sneakers that much. I wear those shoes, I don't know what those shoes are called. I guess I'm stupid for this. I'm not a shoe guy. I have a few pairs of shoes of those, it's like those shoes where you basically just slide your foot into it. It doesn't have like a zip or anything, you just slide your foot into it. And then the other shoe, the one I wear the most is I wear boots. That's what I wear most of the time. Other than when it's summer. When it's summer, I just wear those. But when it's like spring, you know, fall, winter, I just wear boots pretty much all 3 of those seasons. And the boots that I wear is boots that you basically slide your feet into it and you just zipper them. That's pretty much what it is. It's not like, Ah, no! Damn, the erasers. What was that? Okay, there we go. Why does this teacher have the kids draw her? That's so creepy.
Well done, Jimmy. You've completed all your assignments. If you'd like to come back to work on your skills, you're very welcome.
Joel says it in The Last of Us 2 in a flashback scene to Ellie. Oh. Okay, Blinded Eagle.
Don't have time for this. We don't.
We completed. All I've got to say about interviewing the GTA Florida Joker or whatever is, don't touch the poop. What does that mean? Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Waifu. Why didn't I get notifications? Sorry I came late. I don't know. Sometimes it happens to some people. They don't get notifications when I'm streaming for some reason. Those errands aren't popping up. Another time some old lady asked me, do you have mouthwash that kills 100% germs? But yeah, I can relate a lot with you. Now I work as a salesman for suits. Oh, well, you probably get paid much better than you did at your security guard job. But what I will say, though, greatest within, is, the reason that pretty much soap, when you go to... Here's the thing, guys. When you go to stores, you notice how the mouthwash, it says kills 99.9% of germs, and then it's like, it says the same thing for soap, kills 99.9% of germs. Do you know why it says that? The reason it says that is so that if you get sick, you can't sue them. They'll just say, oh, it was that 0.01% that you got sick from. That's their defense. That's why mouthwash and soap always say kills 99.9% of germs. So you can't sue them for if you get sick. Where are these final errands? Can't find them anywhere. Have you ever raged before when playing a game? Oh yeah, of course. I've raged. And the thing is, every single person who has played video games has raged. Every single person on this planet. I don't believe there is one person who has not raged. I don't believe that. Anyone who tells you that they never raged before is lying to you. Everyone has raged. I used to rage a bit when I was a kid. The Call of Duty games made me rage, honestly. And you know what pissed me off the most in video games when I played when I was a kid is when I used to play Modern Warfare 2. It was when those scumbags on Modern Warfare 2, when they would use the one-man army danger close, you know, when they would just get the big grenade launcher classes and they would just spam grenade launchers across the map. That honestly pissed me off. And they would get like all those ridiculous overpowered kill streaks, and then they would get the nuke. That pissed me off. I hated that. It was so annoying. They are out at the abandoned hotel? Which abandoned hotel? The one at the, you're talking about the greaser one? Have you smashed your controller? No. When I was a kid, I threw a controller, but I never smashed a controller, no. The knifers, honestly, the knifers weren't that annoying. What was annoying was the, yeah. Oh, what? I got one here.
Sounds stupid.
Put out the fires in the tenement? What? You're sending a 15-year-old kid inside to do your job? To, like, put out fires? What kind of cop are you? Jimmy should sue. Jimmy could become a millionaire after this. Just sue the town of Bulworth. Just sue them. You could probably take a huge amount of the police budget for this. For like the police sending like a 15-year-old kid into some like old rickety building that's probably filled with drugs to like put out fires. There we go, errand complete, okay.
You look like you'd like to help your local police. There are rats everywhere in that building.
Kill the rats in the tenement? What? Now you want me to do... The hell is wrong with the police? You're sending a kid in to some like old abandoned building that probably has mold in it and drugs and just you know, and now to put out a fire, and now like you're sending this kid in to like to kill rats. It's like if Jimmy gets some like disease, like it's like Bulworth is getting a nice lawsuit at this point. It's rats. still... Thank you, whoever told me about that, that tenement home, errand. I missed that one. Is there any other ones that I'm missing that you can think of, some later errands? All that for $25? Yeah, that's not worth it. Where's the save thing? Oh, here it is. Try finding the grandma errand at night. Okay. I could actually go and check that. That actually is, good point. Oh, there it is. The grandma... So, certain ones spawn at night, then.
You look like a nice boy. Won't you get me out of here?
Yeah, so certain events spawn at night, then. That's the trick. Have I seen the movie The Professional? You mean Leon the Professional? Yes, I've seen that one. Okay, this is gonna be my 44th errand, so I'm gonna need 6 errands left after this.
I've seen that Miss Phillips.
The last time I walked this old lady, I got tackled by a cop.
Could be some necking going.
Oh no, no, please no. Keep moving, cop, keep moving. Have I watched Downfall? Yes, I have. I think it's still free on YouTube. Downfall is actually one of the best World War II movies ever made.
I used to babysit Dr. Crabble Snitch. He used to pee his bed like fish in a lake. He did.
Yeah, that Downfall is a very disturbing movie, but it's a movie that I think probably everybody should watch too. It shows like the complete collapse of Nazi Germany, and it shows like the last few days of like, you know, the Nazi regime. And it also, it shows some of the really, really horrible, evil things Hitler did before he died, too. There we go. Okay, that's done. Why does she want to go to the park at night? Can anyone else in the chat think of an errand, like a late errand, that an errand, like, because I have 44 errands completed, I need 6 more. Does anyone know, like, an errand I might have missed? Oh, whoa, whoa, okay, we're going really fast now. Oh, what's this?
Dude, where's my bike? I'm much obliged.
So all these errands are spawning now because I completed the other one? Leave me alone, officer. I'm returning a stolen bike. I'm doing a good deed.
Jim, you're a stand.
What do I think of Fegaline in the Downfall movie?
Ted's kind of a whip.
Fegaline, Fegaline was Hitler's brother-in-law. That's who he was. Most people, the thing is, when people hear Fegaline, most people think of Fegaline, they think from the parodies, like the Hitler Rants parodies, because in the Hitler Rants parodies, it's like Fegaline is his arch-enemy. Fegaline in real life was Hitler's brother-in-law, so he was brother to Eva Braun, I believe. That's how they were related. Now, Fegaline was in the SS. I don't remember his rank. He was a pretty high rank in the SS. But basically what happened was Fegaline had basically tried to flee. And he was trying to, I think he was trying to run to the Western Front. And he got caught while he was trying to flee, and Hitler had him shot. That's basically what happened to Fegaline. And Eva Braun had basically begged him to spare Fegaline's life, but he wouldn't do it. Fegaline worked with Gary. Fegaline. Thoughts on you mean Yodel? You mean the bald guy, right? Yodel. He's the guy in the Hitler Rant memes who like objects to what Hitler is saying. That guy. Yodel pretty much knew that the war was lost like 2 years before that scene actually happened. He knew that it was pretty much a matter of time. And also Yodel got captured at the end of World War II, and he had actually, I think he got executed too. But Yodel had said that, I think it was Yodel that said that, because in September of 1939, when Germany invaded Poland, France actually invaded Germany from the west. And what happened is, Yodel told the Allies that if France had actually kept pushing in 1939, they probably could have reached Berlin, because the Germans were completely unprepared for a French invasion on the Western Front, because they sent all of their forces to Poland at that time. Pearl, I have checked you playing Ace Attorney. But do you know what the most disturbing thing in the most disturbing thing in the movie Downfall is? The most disturbing thing in that movie, how can I get more to vote, especially the young? Oh, and Mario, I forgot Mario was asking me about his retail job. I'm sorry, Mario, I just got carried away reading a lot of the comments, but Mario, if you're still in the chat, I'll still answer your question. How can I get more to vote, especially the young? The thing about that is the best way to encourage people to vote is to not be political about it. That is really the most effective way to vote. Because if you try to get kids to vote a certain way, if you tell them, oh, you have to vote this way, they're not gonna vote. The best way to get kids to vote is just tell them, vote for whoever you want, even if it's somebody that I completely disagree with. You are at least exercising your right in a democratic society to vote for our leader. That's the best way. But if you tell kids that oh, you gotta vote for this guy because it's this other guy's gonna win, that's not an effective way to get kids to vote. It's just gonna piss kids off. So the best way to get people to vote when they're a voting age is to not be political about it, be very neutral in it. Can anyone think of an errand that I might have missed? There's I have 45 errands. I need 5 more errands. Can anyone think of an errand that I might have missed? Now, Well, I'm not really gonna answer political stuff, Preston, here. Least favorite character in The Sopranos? My most hated character in The Sopranos is probably Ralph or Richie. Thank you, Mr. Nowhere, but, did I do Vance's errand? I don't know. You ain't getting a job at Home Depot with the face. Yeah, that's what Roger Clark said about, the Joker, man. Is Mario still here in the chat? Mario, I'm sorry if he's, oh, he's still in. I'm living with family. You're still here. Okay, I see you, Mario. Mario, can you just post one more comment? I just want to know that you're still here. But, get away from these cops here. Okay. And you left a comment, Mario. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question like 20 minutes ago. I just got carried away with answering a lot of questions. And thank you, Watt, for that super chat. I'm living with family. The job was full-time, but I'm done being a cashier. Look, if you're living with family, right, and you have your family is, like, supporting you, I wouldn't worry too much about getting fired from, like, a place like that. I'm not saying to take advantage of your family, but the point that I'm making to you is that, you don't have to worry about paying, like, all these bills at this moment right now. Like, so you were full-time at that place, but here's the thing is being a cashiers, and this is not a disrespect to cashiers, but pretty much every single cashier out there, it's not enough to pay the bills. Being a cashier, even if you are in the most affordable state out there, like, I think it's Wyoming. I think Wyoming is, like, the most affordable state. I think it's the cheapest state to live in America. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Wyoming. But even if you're, like, living in Wyoming, for example, and you're a cashier, and, like, you don't have that many bills to pay, like, rent isn't that expensive, taxes aren't that high, you're still probably not going to be able to pay all of that, even in, like, the most affordable state. So, that's, you're gonna be looking for your next job, like a next step in your life, trying to find like a better job than that. So, take it that this is like a lesson learned. You don't need to be working for like a scummy place like that. Now you can try to move on and take your time with trying to find like a better job. And if you really want to get cash right away, like if you want to get quick cash, one thing I would recommend you to do is do like DoorDash and Uber Eats, because I should have done DoorDash and Uber Eats. That's the one thing I regret, is like when I was in retail, I was miserable for like 6 years. I should have just quit and did like DoorDash and Uber Eats. I would have preferred doing that. Even if I made a little bit less money, I would have preferred doing that, because I can do it whenever I want, and I don't have to, deal with an angry, annoying boss. Have you drank 500 sodas and bought all the clothes, including the Final Cut barbershop in New Coventry? These and shops should be what's left. Wait, so I have to buy the haircuts? The haircuts I have to buy, Tony? Thank you for the super chat. I don't think I bought the haircuts. Can somebody tell me in the chat, do I have to buy the haircuts for 100%? Do I actually have to do that? You're the nice guy I see on YouTube. Thank you. Not haircuts, just the clothes.
Hello, my friend.
There is clothes in the barber shop. Oh, okay. I guess it's the other barber shop then. Also, what I was saying earlier is the most evil thing, the most disturbing thing in the movie Downfall, is it's when Hitler basically issues the Nero decree, and what the Nero decree basically was is it was named after the Roman Emperor Nero, who burned down Rome. Where's this? There's one other barbershop there. I'm gonna check that one out. And what Hitler basically did was he told what's his the guy's name? Damn, I'm losing my track of thought. I know history good too, and I'm forgetting the name. Albert Speer, that was the guy. Albert Speer was basically Nazi Germany's, like, head architect, so, like, whenever the Nazis were building something big, some, like, massive building project, Speer was usually in charge of that. Now, Speer was tasked, Hitler gave him the order to basically destroy all German infrastructure before the Allies capture it. And when I'm saying, like, all German infrastructure, we're not just talking about things like train tracks and railroads. We're talking about schools, factories, burning farms. You know, everything that Germany would need to rebuild after the war is Hitler basically wanted Speer to destroy all of that. Everything. Which would have starved the German population. They would have had no manufacturing, nothing. It's the most, I would say it's probably the most, that part is just such a, I think that was the most disturbing part in the movie, because it's the fact that Hitler is so evil that he's even gonna basically starve out and just kill his own people like that, like he doesn't even care. Like, it's just, and Hitler in the real conversation, because the downfall part, in the downfall movie, Hitler basically said that, like, Germany doesn't have, like, a right to survive at this point because it lost. But in real life, what happened was Speer basically told him, he's like, don't do this. You know, don't burn the farms, don't destroy the factories, because our people are going to starve, or people are going to need this after the war. And Hitler basically told Speer that the true Germans have already died, and that the Germans that are left right now are weak and inferior, and they deserve to die. That's what Hitler said. So that's what Hitler even thought of his own people. So it was, and the thing is, Hitler is one of the most evil men in history, but he's also the biggest narcissist in human history. Not even Stalin was as narcissistic as Hitler. Hitler never admitted that he was wrong. Never. Like, every single time something went wrong, he lost a battle, there was some kind of disaster, something went really bad for him. Every single time. It wasn't his fault. It was the general's fault. It was the German people. The German people have failed him. It was never his fault. It was always somebody else's fault. And that's what it was. He was basically gonna sacrifice every single last German till the very end. Okay, this, I didn't even know about these clothes here. Stalin was very cold-blooded. Stalin was a mass murderer, but the difference between Hitler and Stalin personality-wise is that Stalin was willing to admit to certain mistakes he made. Not every mistake, but Stalin was willing to admit in certain things he messed up in. But Hitler was never willing to admit in any mistake that he made. Like, when Stalin realized that he messed up, was basically what happened was in the 1930s, Stalin had basically purged the majority of the Soviet army. So Stalin had a lot of really good Soviet generals just killed. Like, he was just constantly killing them off because Stalin was just paranoid that they were plotting some kind of coup against him. And so he had like a lot of really good, talented generals killed off, and like the Soviet army was in such a poor, terrible state at the start of World War II. And when World War II happened, when Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union, Barbarossa, in June of 1941, what a lot of people don't know about the Eastern Front is the first 2 years of Germany invading the Soviet Union, the Soviets were getting absolutely destroyed. Like, the first 2 years Germany invaded, they were just getting steamrolled, the first 2 years. It wasn't until, like, the Battle of Stalingrad, it was the turning point, but then Kursk, when the Soviets won Kursk, at that point, the Germans were just pretty much on the defensive. So, before that, the Soviets were basically just getting steamrolled, and one of the reasons the Soviets were getting steamrolled so badly is because Stalin constantly kept having generals executed and shot. So, when generals would fail, he constantly kept having them shot and killed over and over. And so Stalin executed so many Soviet generals, and he was left with very little talented Soviet generals. And what ended up happening is he had a few good Soviet generals left, like Marshal Zhukov. Zhukov was probably his best general. And at that point, Stalin realized that he made a stupid mistake. And what he did was he actually stopped killing off his generals, he stopped executing his generals, and he actually let his generals plan. Like, Stalin would call up his generals and he would demand, like, updates, like, asking them, like, what the status is, but he wouldn't, like, Stalin would never go in, like, the boardroom where all the generals were planning, and he would tell them, oh, you have to do it like this, and this, and this, and this, and you better follow my orders here. Stalin didn't do that. Hitler, on the other hand, did that. He would just constantly go in the boardroom where all the generals were planning, and he would tell them, no, you do it this way, this way, this way, and even when the generals knew that something was a disaster, the German generals, they knew that something was a stupid move, they knew that it was going to cost them, they still had to do it. They were just terrified of Hitler. So the thing about that is, if Hitler had actually let his generals plan, we don't know how World War II would have ended. Germany had some very smart, intelligent generals, but Hitler was an idiot, and thankfully we were able to defeat him. Thanks. Here. Okay. about to lose all my money here on this, too. Okay. Jimmy looks like a greaser. Okay. Was Hitler the most evil monarch in history? Hitler wasn't a monarch, he was a dictator. The most evil monarch in history, if you count, probably Genghis Khan, if you count him as a monarch. But Genghis Khan probably would not call himself a monarch, he probably would call himself a warlord. That's probably what he would have called himself.
Thanks for buying something. Now I can pay my lease this month.
The most evil monarch in European history, I would say, in Western Europe, the most evil monarch would probably have to be... It would probably have to be Leopold, the King of Belgium. He murdered 2 million people in the Congo. He's probably the worst, the most evil monarch in the, Yeah, he's probably the most evil monarch in Western European history. Eastern Europe, it would be a little harder to try to think of who the worst monarch would be. Do you know do you know what king was actually really evil, but a lot of people actually think he was a good guy? Is Peter the Great. Like, Peter the Great is seen as like a good monarch because he helped to industrialize Russia in its like and get Russia out of its old ways into like more it was a way to get Russia out of its old ways, or the old aristocratic ways, and he was industrializing Russia. He changed a lot of things in Russia. But that's what people talk about with Peter the Great. They don't talk about his conquests, his invasions, but also with Peter the Great, what Peter the Great would do is when Peter the Great had somebody killed, what he would do is he would leave the body on the streets, and he would forbid anybody from touching the body. And the body would just rot there, just fall apart, diseases, rats would go to it like flies, and it was basically like a message that this is what happens when you mess with Peter the Great. So he left hundreds of bodies of people to be killed, just like on the city streets in like St. Petersburg. It was disgusting. But also, if you want to know how much of a messed up person Peter the Great is, Peter the Great, his son went against him when he was reforming Russia. And his son supported the old ways. He didn't support the new ways. And what ended up, his son took action against him, like actually fought against him in like a conflict. And what happened was Peter the Great won. And Peter the Great's son actually fled. And he fled to a Scandinavian country. I think it was Norway or Sweden. I'm not sure what country it was. I'm pretty sure it was in Scandinavia. But what ended up happening is, years later, Peter the Great sent a letter to his son. And he basically told his son, I forgive you, you're my son, I love you, come back to Russia, you're forgiven, you can come back and be the prince here. And so he believed his father, because his father gave him his word. He told him, I still love you, you're my son, I forgive you. And his son comes back, and guess what? Peter the Great has him thrown in prison and executed. So that's the type of guy that Peter the Great was. People look at Peter the Great and they think, oh, he's such a great guy. I don't know why Russian history looks up so much to him, but Peter the Great was a scumbag. He's a terrible human being. I think that Ivan the Terrible is probably worse than Peter the Great, but Peter the Great was also a pretty bad guy. He was not a good guy at all. The thing is, though, it's not really stupid to come back. Because here's the thing about this, is Peter the Great did something that nobody did back then. He gave his word. Because today it really doesn't have that much meaning, but in that time period, in Peter the Great's time period, if you gave somebody your word, that was everything. That was extremely valued in that time period. That was like, if you gave your word on something, people really valued that back then, like hundreds of years ago. That was like seen as like a symbol of honor, that like this person's giving you his word, he's not going to backstab you, he's not going to betray you. But the fact that Peter the Great gave his word to his son and still did that and had him killed, that is just yeah, that's just what I will say about him is, hell exists. It's a place where Peter the Great definitely is. That's just what I'll say about it. You missed the 2000s. Why or why not? One thing I would say I miss about the 2000s is the 2000s kids were willing to be more outside and weren't constantly on their phones. They weren't so obsessed with their phones. That's what I would say is I miss about the 2000s that. What do we got here? We got a new errand.
Do you think maybe you'd please help me?
How's it going?
Someone keeps egging our dorm. I think it's time someone egged the boys' dorm.
And what is my 96 point? The thing is, she doesn't know that Jimmy was the one who was egging the girls' dorm. Okay. $96.33%. Bro, can you explain why Taylor Swift is so famous in the US? Honestly speaking, I don't know. And I don't really care for Taylor Swift, I don't care for her music. I don't have, like, anything against her. It's not that I dislike her or anything. I just don't care. That's my position on the whole thing. I just don't... yeah. I just don't listen to her music, and I don't really care. Did Hitler and Ava truly love each other? I think Ava was definitely in love with Hitler. If Hitler was in love with Ava, that we don't know. Job application interview tips. I'm struggling with that right now.
Why do I get so nervous around the boys?
I would say that, just be yourself during an interview. Don't try to, I would say don't try to be extremely professional. I know that might sound ironic coming from me. Just be yourself. You know, just be like, oh, you know, hey, I'm willing to do the job. You know, I'm willing, and I would say be honest. Is like, you know, I'm willing to learn. If there's anything you want to show me, I'm willing to learn. You know, stuff like that. Just don't try to be a know-it-all in a job interview. But also, I'll tell you this. One of the most scummiest things that employers do when they're interviewing people is they don't call them back. That's one of the scummiest things that employers do. Is like they say, oh, I'll call you back, and like, you know, you'll hear from me soon, and or I'll let you know even if you don't get the job, and they just don't call you back. I honestly I cannot stand that. It's just so disgusting. I've dealt with that once. One of my friends in real life, he got a job at a burger restaurant, and they needed a cashier at the restaurant. And what happened was I applied to the restaurant. My friend put in a good word for me, and I remember I went to the hotel lobby, and I ended up meeting like the manager of this restaurant. And I remember I came in with a suit. I was nice, and you know, she asked me if this is my first job, and I said, yeah, it's my first job. And I told her, you know, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to, you know, I'm willing to try, and I think I can be a good employee and good for your business. And she's like, oh, that sounds great. And she's all like, you'll hear from me soon. I'll call you back. And I asked her, you'll let me know even if I don't get the job, right? And she's like, yeah, I'll definitely call you back and let you know what the situation is. And she never called me back. Never. And what the messed up part about the story is she actually told my friend that was working at the place, is like, do you know anybody that has more experience? Like, is there anybody else you can get to apply? That's what it was. And it's like, and the thing about that is, that honestly, that crap pisses me off. Like, is, you know, she knew that I was not right for the job the moment that I was in her interview, but she didn't even have the guts to tell me. She couldn't tell me, I don't think this is going to work out. She should have just told me that I don't think it's going to work out, instead of, like, wasting my time with that, trying to be Mrs. Nice to me, and then, like, having the nerve to talk behind my back, and, like, telling my friend that like, oh, you know, can you get somebody with more experience, and, like, telling me, oh, I'll call you back, you know, it's like, honestly, that just honestly pissed me off. That was just that. And I remember that the first, do you guys know my first, that job I talked about in retail with the scummy manager? He actually interviewed me once, and he rejected me, and then, like, months later, he called back and gave me the job. But the first time when I got interviewed with him, this was 2 months before he first hired me, he went through everything, and then at the end of the interview, he asked me if I ever had a job before, and I told him not officially. Like, you know, I've done odd jobs before, but I never, like, actually had, like, a documented job. And he told me, you don't have a job anymore. He's like, why are you here? And then he ended the interview. And this was a position to be a cashier at, like, a retail store. That's what this was. Like, you know, and I just find this ridiculous that for a minimum wage job, they want you to have so much experience for a minimum wage job. It's so stupid. It's like, you're just gonna be a cashier. It's like, why the hell do you need so much damn experience? It's so stupid. It was just a cashier job. It's so dumb. They want so much damn experience, and it's like, how are you supposed to get experience if nobody's even gonna hire you in the first place, right? How are you supposed to get experience? What degree is best for job applying in general? Honestly, I think going to a trade school is probably the best degree for applying to a job. I don't think that, like, college degree is going to help you much unless you're going to a job specific for that degree. I don't think it's really going to help you much. Professional, you should do more videos speaking about your life stories. You're actually a good narrator. I was listening to your story similar to Bully while doing stuff, and it was fun. Thank you. Thank you, man. That's the exact problem working in the Philippines. Yeah, and honest, oh, is this shop? It's shop, yeah. I guess we'll do the shop class. But yeah, this is what I'll say is that, that crap honestly pissed me off, is like, you know, if you're gonna know from the interview right away that I'm not right for the job, just don't waste my time then. That's just it. But that just honestly pissed me off that she did that. Why do I save in every safe house? Oh, well, I'm just constantly saving while I'm talking my stories just to make sure that my game doesn't crash. That's just primarily why I'm saving a lot too, so I don't lose my progress. Because when I was doing the other thing, I actually didn't save for like 45 minutes and I lost a ton of progress. And that's why, but the reason I'm saving right now is just so I can have another try at shop if I fail.
Let me get it. You're long.
Yeah, we're at 96%. We're almost at 100%. What advice would you give to your younger self working in retail in college? I would tell my younger self to quit when it comes to retail.
You are. There's so many schemes.
College, I don't think I would really tell myself anything extra.
Shut up and get to work.
Hey, Professional, did you help that settlement and mark in your map? No, I didn't, Preston.
Show me you can do it right, son. Maybe you're just not cut out for this. Start over. All right, you're getting somewhere now. 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 Okay, see you next time, Jim.
I did it, yes. Oh, and Preston, by the way, I'll tell you something, is I never played the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC, and I started playing it like a couple months back, and I actually, it's probably my favorite Fallout DLC of all time. And I like how you can actually become a boss of the raiders and actually start like harassing other settlements and extorting them. Oh, I actually like that DLC, and I like extorting the settlements in Fallout. And make sure we save here. Don't want to mess this up too. But honestly, like, look, shop is the only thing I've left to finish.
Crabble Snitch does not have time to see.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you have connections, you're gonna get the job quicker than other people. That's just... Why don't I use the wiki for what? But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I know we're really close to it, but I'm really hungry though, and I haven't eaten dinner yet. We're gonna do one more part of Bully next week, earlier Tuesday. So Tuesday I'll do it, and on Tuesday we'll have a lot of fun and we'll finally get to 100%. But we'll get that. I'll still answer a few questions people might have before I go here. You think Vic Vance would hang with Jimmy Hopkins? Probably not. They both lived in very different time periods. An example of perfect story. I can't think of one at the moment. Next stream, I'll tell you rumbling if I think of something. How old are you? 29. Can you play Manhunt 2? Yes. Manhunt 2 is coming. You guys know I bought Manhunt 2, and it's coming in the mail tomorrow. You know how much I paid for it? I paid $100 for a copy of Manhunt 2. It's the most expensive game I've ever played. I bought to play on this channel. It was $100 that I paid for Manhunt 2. But we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna play it though, and I'm gonna do a nice outfit for it too. Yeah, $100. That's how much I paid for it. It was There's only one copy left on Amazon. Like, I checked Amazon, there's only one copy left, and it was $100, so I was like, I'm gonna buy it. I bought the PS2 version. And the reason I bought the PS2 version, it's not because it's the... I found out later on that it's actually some kill scenes are censored in it. But the reason I bought the PS2 version was because when I played Manhunt 1 on PC, I had so many glitches, and that's why I'm scared of encountering glitches again on Manhunt 2. That's why I purchased the PS2 version, but that's where we'll play the PS2 version. Retro gaming's one hell of a drug. Well, thank you, Mr. Waifu, for the super chat. Yeah, some of these older games are so expensive. You're 29? I feel so old. How old are you, dude? Yeah, I might play Alan Wake, one day. What will you do after 100% Bully? We'll probably be doing Red Dead Redemption 100%. But I guess we'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. And you could have went on eBay. It was $40. I told you so. Oh, well. I guess it's my bad then, Blinded Eagle. But also, the thing about eBay is I'm a bit hesitant with eBay because I've gotten scammed on eBay before. So that's just why I'm a bit hesitant, but I guess you're right. Maybe I got ripped off on Amazon, but it's so well. We're gonna play the game and we'll have fun on Manhunt 2. I probably should have listened to you, yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'm gonna go have dinner now, guys. So thank you guys for hanging out with thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.